Hello and welcome to the Postage Stamp, where we travel the world while staying in a corner. This is an audio-only podcast where you can imagine what happens as we speak of mundane experiences from around the world. Listen to it as you do your chores or as you fall asleep. It is an October morning and I am in Jeonju, South Korea. I am on my way to Jeju Island, but in order to get there, I have to get to the city of Gwangju, from where I have to catch my flight to Jeju. There isn't a train to get to Gwangju, so I have to resort to my least favorite form of transport, traveling by bus. I hail a taxi for the first time in Korea to get from where I am staying to the Jeonju intercity bus terminal. It's a fairly typical bus terminal with a ticketing area, behind which is a large parking lot with bus bays, each bay marked with the region the buses head to. I don't have a pre-booked ticket. I've just turned up at the bus terminal, hoping there will be a bus with seats at this time, which will help me make my flight in the evening. I don't need to worry, as there are buses leaving to Gwangju every 30 minutes, and I get my ticket from the counter. The ticket is half pink and half green with a tearaway line in the middle. The ticket is mostly in Korean, but I can see Jeonju, Gwangju and the date and time of departure. I head to platform number 1 from where my bus is supposed to depart. It is about 10:45 now and the bus departs at 11:06. I wait near the platform observing passengers milling about as buses come and go. The buses have a red and white livery. My bus number is 1977. A few minutes before departure, an attendant signals that it is time to board and tears away half of my ticket and hands me the stub. I board the bus. The seats have a red and black pattern. The seats are laid out such that there are 2 seats on one side of the aisle and only one on the other side. I head to my seat, number 17. This is the most comfortable seat I have been on in any bus. In fact, it is more comfortable than any airplane seat I have been on. The seat is wide, as are the armrests. The seat seems to hold your back in a sort of a hug. The headrest is massive. It curves around your head so you can lean your head against it while you sleep. It is the sort of chair you expect to see in a premium car or in a top executive's office. There's a little cushion near my calves which rises up when I recline the seat, giving an almost full flat experience. The legroom is immense. Reclining is done by pressing a button, not by moving a lever which I am used to. There are a couple of controls on the armrest for adjusting the air conditioner vents overhead and also to activate a reading light. I can also see a speaker above me. In the bus, there's a little TV screen at the front showing which seats are occupied and which are vacant. It also tells me the expected time of arrival at my destination, Gwangju. Other passengers have taken their seats and the bus is only about half full. It is time to depart. The bus driver announces that we have to put on our seat belts via a microphone. The bus is soon on its way. The rest of the journey is a blur to me. I vaguely remember the TV playing some sort of promotional videos. But sleep takes over and for the very first time ever, I fall asleep on a bus, thanks to the comfortable seat and the ride. The bus reaches Gwangju at 1:20 pm, 6 minutes ahead of schedule. My flight is at 6:20 pm, but I don't want to roam around with my suitcase. So I plan to head to the airport as soon as possible. However, the chance to look around a new city is irresistible and I spend some time hanging around the Gwangju bus terminal, which has a sort of a mall attached to it. I enter a bookstore and browse through stationery and toys. There's a little art installation made in bronze which shows various passengers, a woman with a child, a student, a businessman on a phone, who seem to be waiting on a bench, perhaps for their next bus. Strangely, there's also a display section with a vintage car. It's shiny black and wouldn't have looked out of place in a Tintin comic. A sign in Korean cautions passers-by to only look with their eyes, a not so subtle hint to not touch the car. I finally drag my suitcase out and reach a plaza in front of the bus terminal. A large sign proclaims that this was the U Square Mall. I have to catch a local bus in order to get from the bus terminal to the airport, and I find out that I need to cross the road. Once I reach the other side and reach the bus stop, I see a helpful sign that displays the bus route and the frequency. There's a bus to the airport every 20 minutes. The bus arrives, and this has a red interior decor theme as well. This is a smaller bus and has 2 seats on each side of the aisle. Surprisingly, for a local city bus, there's a cup holder attached to the rear of each seat. It has large glass windows running the entire length of the bus, and needless to say, this bus is also air-conditioned. The bus route is pasted on the glass windows at frequent intervals to help passengers keep track of where they are at the moment. I don't need to worry about the route too much, as I just need to get down at the end of the service, which terminates at the airport. I just spend the 20 minutes it takes for the bus to reach the airport staring out of the window, watching typical city scenes with commercial buildings whizzing by. I'm at the airport by 4 p.m, well in time to catch my flight. That brings an end to the latest episode of the Postage Stamp, where we travel the world while staying in a corner. Look forward to another mundane experience in another corner of the world in the next episode. Goodbye.